Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael to place the white light of protection around us with this blue seal, as well as Archangel Raphael in the green healing light, and Saint Germain in the violet flame, as well as Archangel Zachiel in the violet fire, as well as the Madama golden Christ light energy and the pink and golden white light. And the reason being, guys, this is going to be a trigger warning, so if you're not ready to deal with your PTSD or your trauma, continue to scroll. I don't want to trigger anybody, because we're going to read more from the Body Keeps Score, and this is brain, mind, and body in healing in trauma. And this is the prologue. I'm going to use some smoky quartz for this. It's facing trauma. It says, one does not have to go to combat soldiers or visit a refugee camp in Syria or Congo to encounter trauma. And that's a big misconception by a lot of people. They think in order to have PTSD, you have to go to war. That is one way to get PTSD, but that is not the only way to get PTSD. It says trauma happens to our friends, our families, our neighbors. Research by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shown that 1 in 5 Americans were sexually molested as a child, 1 in 4 were beaten by a parent to the point of leaving marks on their body, and 1 in 3 couples engage in physical violence. A quarter of us grew up with alcoholic relatives and family members, and 1 out of 8 of us witnessed our mother being beaten or hit. As a human being, we belong to an extremely resilient species. Since time immemorial, we have rebounded from our relentless wars, countless disasters, both natural and man-made, and the violence and betrayal in our own lives. But traumatic experiences do leave traces, whether on a large scale or histories and cultures, or close to home on our families, with dark secrets being imperceptibly passed down from generations. They also leave traces on our mind and our emotions, on our capacity for joy and intimacy, and even our biology and immune systems. Trauma affects not only those who are directly exposed to it, but also those around them. Soldiers returning from combat may be frightened their families with their rage and their emotional absence. The wives of men who suffer from PTSD become more depressed, and the children of depressed mothers are at risk for growing up insecure and anxious. Having been exposed to family violence as a child often makes it difficult to establish stable, trusting relationships as an adult. So I'm going to leave that there. Obviously counseling is going to be your first route that you can take, but not everybody has insurance to be able to get the counseling that is necessary. So there is a book that I do recommend. Hold on. This book is called The Courage to Heal, and it's a workbook. And I myself utilized this book when I went to therapy with a psychologist. We worked through it. And the reason being why I like this workbook so much is it helps you to take you from the victim mentality to more of a warrior mentality. And it does accomplish that. So if you struggle with, any of those things that were mentioned, I would highly recommend it. But obviously seeking out counseling is going to be your first step if you have access to that. Reiki also additionally helped me because, again, you store the trauma in your body. It releases it from your subconscious. Hypnosis also helps, and acupuncture. Love you all. Have a blessed day. Namaste.